G'day viewers, I'm just putting the antivirus on you now. Just updating simple on your spy. We're waiting for the driver for the graphics card to download and the Service Pack 2 for this to download. It never came with Service Pack 2, so we're waiting for that to download, and of course it's bloody slow. Typical fucking Australia. It's really annoying how we've got the slowest internet speeds in the world. We're in the 1970s, not fucking 2014 according to them. But anyway. This gets annoying sometimes. Really annoying. Yeah, I'll try and pop this thing if I get a chance. I might, I think I could just do it by running it off 240 volts anyway. Because it's not, that type of elevator's not designed to run continuously, so it will burn it anyway if I run it on 240 volts. It will still spark up and go pop open circuit. It will just take a lot longer than running it off two phases. So I just did a regular old method, put it straight on 240 volt instead, and it will take a bit longer. But it might be more spectacular because I'll have more burn time. Might do some ironic popping like I did with the previous one, stick some capacitors or something on there. That was cool, that was fun. Yeah, it's had a good clean out. This hit something hard. It's not recommended to hit bolts and hard objects with this thing. See that would have went bang. 16,000 RPM. It's quite a nice little belt drive setup in there too. So try and take those blades out. So you got to undo those three bolts and take that under those grub screws, and that unlocks it so it slides back, and I can remove those blades. Now let's try and see what else I can plane. What else can I plane with this thing? It's already buggered, so let's finish it off. That blade there is mostly intact, except for that end. And this one's got the hardest hit. I think it's pretty much in half there, so it'll fall apart as soon as I go to take it out, it'll just all fall to bits. So you can replace this blade and replace this part, and this thing's virtually fixed, good as new, but you know, for a little cheap piece of garbage, why would you bother? It's better off being parted out. This product is intended for DIY, you're saying? Yeah, it's not a professional product, see? This one, yeah, it's a Sun Yun brand called. But yeah, if the plug top's got no markings on it, apparently it's not allowed to come into the country. So, I didn't know that. There's been some electrical recalls due to plug tops not having any markings on them whatsoever. So they have to be marked. With brand names and specs mandatory, they have to have markings on it. There we are. As I said, this thing works perfectly, there's nothing wrong with it electronically. The motor might come useful for something. It's quite a fast motor, a bit faster than this one. It'd be a similar motor inside there, like that, sits there like that. Maybe more heavier duty in this little blender motor. Might have some fun with it later. Okay, let's have a look at this belt. I took this all apart yesterday off camera and blew a heap of dust out of it. This thing makes a bloody mess. I don't know why people don't give them a good dust out when they finish their woodworking tools. Helps with the longevity, and it gets a nice neatens their storage, tool storage too. If you store dirty wood dust filled tools, it looks like crap. I always dust and give these a good dust out, way out where you can't get, where you don't breathe the dust in. You take the safety precautions, of course, and blow these out with the compressed air every time after you finish with them. They last quite a lot longer with less dust clogged up, and they work better because all the vents stay clear, and I'll work at the most efficiency without clogging up. That's the exhaust vent. This really doesn't have a vacuum cleaner pipe that goes on it. Some of the better brands do have a vacuum cleaner thing that goes on there that sucks the dust out. as it says, this is only a DIY use only. It's only a kid's toy, in other words. So, typical Bunnings. Australian company, Ozito. Stands for Aussie Tools, but should be Chozito, Chinese Aussie Tools. That's pretty much what they are. I think they screw off, I think. Get the little pin wrench goes in there and it unbolts it. And they screw off. It's quite a neat little belt though. Heavy duty. I'm going to make something to hold those and make a bracket to bolt the motor in. And that has to go on a shredder thing like MacMan made. He did a bloody good job with that. This one is might be a bit of work involved doing that. I wonder if I can make custom blades with this thing. That's kind of cool though. I like that idea. It's just tension from the factory. They just assemble it, there's tension there, and that's it. They're a replaceable belt. It's this design. It's only a cheap tool. No damage to the belt though. But when it stopped, okay, so take this off. That comes out. There's a pin there that restricts it, so it moves between there and there. You get depth. You undo that all the way, and that screws this bottom plate off all the way. And it looks like we've got 16 minutes left of battery. Yeah, the battery in this camera's getting weaker. It's not lasting as long anymore. Get the spring goes in there, and that just screws that thing there in and out. A little thread rod in there screws in the inside of that. As you can see, what got hit, got smashed and forced up against in there, and did some bloody damage. With great force, it split this thing apart. I tried to cut the arm and squares it back together so it will close this gap, but no, it's badly deformed. But we'll try and have some fun with it first so we can do a tear down. I think the motor in this is going to be quite fun to play with. Anyway, that's coming up next. Thanks for watching.